Hey guys, welcome to Budcast. This is episode 14. I'm stevebud here. Tonight, just going to be a solo cast from me, so no Black Bud. But that's okay, because I think I can do this all by myself. I'll give it a try again. I think I did it only once before, but anyways, tonight, I got a good game. NoisyElmo actually sent this one to me himself. I requested a couple replays. So he's a pretty cool dude, friend of mine. So he's going to be playing Apothecary here in the bottom right versus SRFF as the red Farseer in the top left, and we're on Calduris Refinery. My kind of initial thoughts. I haven't seen this one yet, but Eldar, like, I don't know. On this map, it has a lot of mobility. You know, it's just Eldar. It's the race kind of advantage, and this map is freaking huge. It really is. So especially because Space Marine is, you know, obviously the slower of the races, and having this Apothecary as well, like, if you're going to use Apothecary to his full potential, you have to kind of clump up your units. So I'm going to just go ahead and start the game. Yeah, I've actually played a lot of Space Marine players lately, myself on Orc though, and Apothecary is just insane. When if he can get two like tactical Space Marine squads and just like control map with his little tack blob with the Apothecary, it's insane. But NoisyElmo here is going for 2 scouts instead of the first kind of early tack. And let's see, from SRFF, he's got the 2 Guardians coming. So this early comp, I mean, it's definitely in the Eldar's favor. I mean, obviously scouts don't beat Guardians in a one-on-one, so we'll see kind of where they place their units. It's like there's gonna be engagement here in mid, so I'm gonna give it to these Guardians if they can get behind some cover at least. Let's see. Oh, but 2 scouts kind of punk it up on this one Guardian, so he's gonna have to get out of there before he loses a model. No, he didn't lose any, but he needs a. You really don't want to bleed Guardians to scouts this early. It's just kind of unnecessary. So yeah, he's gonna kind of just play defensively, get that point secured. Farseer kind of running over here, getting some map control. So yeah, I guess he's gonna run past the Apothecary. Maybe go. Oh, he's going for Noisy's natural. So Noisy's kind of distracted over here, trying to get his scouts cap in the middle, pushing SRFFs. I'm just gonna call him SR. Pushing SR's Guardians kind of back, getting them low on health. He really needs to avoid getting those Guardian losses. It's just gonna bleed him, and you don't want to bleed against SM. But SR, he went for the Howling Banshee squad, which I don't know. I don't know if it's my favorite choice right now, given that it's 2 scouts on the field. He hasn't seen any other squads. Yeah, so I don't really know what I think about that. SR is using his Farseer to backcap that. Noisy's natural. He gets a Howling Banshee forced retreat on the scouts, on one of the scouts. Let's see if we can get another one. He's not going to lose any Banshee models to this other scout. No shotguns yet. And SR has a good chance to kind of power harass at this time. But NoisyElmo, he does have this Devastator, so if maybe SR can kind of get around it and tie it up, he can definitely do some power damage. Those Banshees are getting pretty low. Yeah, he's gonna have to retreat him. And the only thing I, you know, can't stand more than bleeding Guardians is bleeding Banshees are definitely more expensive. And you really just want to have the Howling Banshee just on the field because it's so threatening. If your opponent kind of just missteps a little bit, you can get a couple picks, especially on SM since they retreat so slowly. Yeah, but NoisyElmo kind of pushing up the mid with his Devastator, so I'm kind of curious to see what he does with it. He can't really power harass at all, even if he like kind of had the position to do it. He doesn't have anything to burn down SR's gens. And SR still, he's being pretty lucky. He hasn't like, I guess he bled 1 Guardian, but I'm pretty sure that's the only one I've seen so far. He's been pretty relentless with his backcapping with his Farseer, which, to be honest, is a really great use of his Farseer. because without any weapon upgrades or anything, he's not really going to do much against scouts that can kite him, and just Space Marine that can heal. Yeah, it's just his Farseer isn't really going to do much. And NoisyElmo getting some picks here on this Howling Banshee, down to 4 models, forcing to retreat. But this Ranger squad getting some picks off on the Apothecary, not really doing much. And Farseer is just keeping these scouts from capping NoisyElmo's natural wreck. So he's really going to be down here in total wreck gain. He has none, while SR has 3 wreck points capped at this point. So let's see, the Rangers getting kind of tied up. A little bit of a mistake there by SR. Well, you want to kind of stay out of range and pick them. Yeah, there you go. I mean, obviously. NoisyElmo, he goes for the Assault Marines, which is the typical kind of Assault Space Marine Apothecary build. I mean, they work so well together, why not get them right? Especially to kind of tie up these Banshees later in Tier 2. And the Rangers getting the shots off on this Devastator. Finally gets a model. Yeah, Noisy's gonna have to retreat that here in a second. Farseer getting out of there. I guess he had to retreat to the scouts in the Assault Space Marine squad there. But I mean, he's been using this Farseer like perfectly, I think, so far. He's forcing the Devastator off, which is gonna really help his Howling Banshees. But he's really got to get him out of there. He doesn't want to bleed any more models. He already lost 2. Let's see. He's got to watch out for these Rangers too. He doesn't want to lose a model. Guardian's got to have to get out of there. So yeah, pretty much a full retreat here from SR. But yet again, NoisyElmo doesn't have anything to really threaten this power farm. I mean, SR doesn't even have a full power farm, but he has 2 auxiliary power nodes, if you will. So he's got a pretty decent power income at this point, and he's had a lot of wreck advantage over Noisy at this point too. And it goes to show he did upgrade to Tier 2 a lot quicker than Noisy. But let's see if he can keep this kind of economical advantage. See, Howling Banshee's finally getting Aspect. Yeah, let's see, Rangers getting some shots off on those Assault Space Marine squads, but still not getting anything as far as kills. Let's see. Howling Banshee's forcing pretty much a mass retreat on NoisyElmo's part. But his Scouties living to fight another day. Kind of just getting away from there due to the Guardians, but I don't know. I'd say if he didn't have those Guardians there, he could definitely keep the aggressive Scout play. Let's see. Yeah, kind of just holding off here, waiting for Tier 2 kind of choices. SR does have the X-Arc on the Banshees. He has both Guardian nades, so he might get a good nade spike off on retreat or something like that. He could also, he just upgraded Warlock, so I'm not sure if he has enough power to both use his Guardian buff to go through the suppression of the Devastator and throw a grenade at the same time. I don't know if he has enough. Not yet, maybe a couple more Guardian levels. But yeah, NoisyElmo's going to successfully defend his gen farm, at least for the moment. With that Devastator, he's got to really kind of deal with these Rangers. They've been harassing the hell out of these Devastators. Ooh, and Noisy misses the jump, and he's got to be careful. Those Banshees are going to kind of swoop in from the back. If he can get these Scouts to retreat, that's his Assault Marines are going to be in trouble. Maybe not. I mean, he did push up this kind of Devastator, really backing up his units. The Banshees are on the Assault Squad, but the Assault Squad gets off the Merciless Strike. Oh, and the Apothecary heals. So Banshees are going to be at a disadvantage here. The shotgun goes off on the, looks like the Guardians. Maybe that was a mistake. Guardians getting shot up over here. Assault Marines, oh. Oh, wow. Are they going to get out? Yeah, they get out. Banshees go onto the Apothecary, and the Apothecary just walks away from that. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, so Apothecary has his massive crafted bolter, so he gets the full auto ability, and he's got the improved medical equipment, so he just has more energy, all that good stuff for healing. But yeah, that was pretty close engagement right there. I would say SR kind of got lucky. His Banshees were really low for so long, especially with a heal on the Assault Space Marines. But Noisy kind of came off on the bottom half of that engagement. But luckily he didn't lose his Assault Space Marines, so he kind of lucked out there a little bit. And Noisy actually coming back a little bit with some map control. He's got his scouts up here with Sergeant Stealth upgrading, and he's gotten an extra power node, extra rec point, so he's kind of back in the econ game a little bit. I mean, he has bled a lot, but he has been putting a lot of casualties on SR's Banshees and Guardians here and there, just kind of consistently just picking off a couple models, and that stuff really adds up. I mean, especially since you're Space Marine, and you really have that advantage of not losing too many of your models. Let's see. So looking for an engagement here. Scout Grenade goes off, but misses the Guardians. Guardians aren't really going to do much against these Assault Space Marines, but there he goes. He baits the jump. He's got the Banshees suppressed, and let's see. Oh, he double jumps out of there into the Devastator and into some shotguns. So these Space Marines, the Assault Space Marines, are going to not have to retreat. Ooh, and the Autar call down right on top of the Dev, but it's not going to get a kill on it. He's got to retreat it though pretty soon, or else he's going to lose it. Assault Space Marine getting low. Apothecary didn't look like he healed the Assault Space Marine at all. He's going to force a mass retreat on Noisy. So SR taking midfield here with 432 still to go on Noisy. Which I'm surprised. He's had map control for a while. I'm surprised the VPs are so in Noisy's favor, actually, to be honest. And Noisy, even after losing that engagement, he's going straight for the Dreadnought. I mean, it's from my personal experience, Space Marine Dreadnought against Eldar is insane. It's such a good unit. Unless the Eldar has like 3 Bright Lances or like, I don't know. It's just, when you're going Banshees, it feels like it's really difficult because you gotta, I don't know, Eldar player seems like he relies too much on Banshees as far as like anti-vehicle goes. Yeah, so he's gonna, I think SR is gonna have a really difficult time killing this Dreadnought. I don't know, let's see if he has better luck than I generally do when I play Eldar against Space Marine. Alright. So the Autarch just kind of running around here in NoisyElmo's backfield, and this is exactly how you're supposed to use Autarch. She's so fast. You just need to backcap all of Noisy's rec points. Might as well, right? But this is kind of the Apothecary like blob that you gotta really worry about as Eldar. It's just so strong, especially when you're only rocking 1 Howling Banshee. It's really your kind of damage dealing squad as Eldar, and there's just too much to fight. You can't fight everything at the same time. You can't tie up this Dev and worry about these Assault Space Marines. You gotta kind of pick and choose your engagements with Howling Banshees. You can't rely on them too much. But I mean, he does have a Autarch, so he's gonna make his Banshees better if he can actually use them both at the same time. But SR, he's going for the Falcon, so I'm kind of surprised to see that. But then again, NoisyElmo doesn't have TAC Marines, so he doesn't have the missile. He couldn't upgrade missile launcher even if he wanted to at this point. So I think the Falcon's actually going to be pretty successful here. Not much to really counter him. Let's see, Farseer's getting the Singing Spear, so she's going to have a really good anti-vehicle melee actually, as long as she can kind of stay alive. But in combination with these Banshees and the Falcon, I think it's enough to kind of deal with the Dreadnought. Ooh, but the Dreadnought goes, not Assault Cannon, Laser Beam Arm, I don't know what it's called. But yeah, that's going to just pick off Eldar squads, or Eldar units like it's nothing. But you do lose out on this Stomp, which at this point is kind of important. Howling Banshee and Farseer, both with the anti-vehicle. Ooh, and the Autar coming in from behind, jumping on the Devastator L, and the Apothecary knocks him down. Oh, he really needs that Devastator to set up and get rid of that Farseer. Jumping on the Banshees. So all that's really left to kind of deal damage to this Dreadnought is that Falcon. Banshees are getting low, but he's so close to the... Yeah, he's reinforcing from the Falcon, but that Dreadnought is in trouble. That assault squad and that apothecary are gonna have to get out of there pretty soon. They're so close to the Eldar base, and the Dreadnought doesn't have any really way to get out. Falcon needs to keep chasing him. Keep chasing him. As all this is going on, NoisyElmo still really hasn't been taking back much map control. It's kind of still stagnant. Oh my god. Autark jumping in over there. Assault Space Marine getting the Melta off on that Falcon, which is really important. Falcon's going really down. Oh my god. Dreadnought just shoots it, I think, the last kill. But the Dreadnought also goes down. I rotate around a little bit. So, vehicle trade, Dreadnought for Falcon, but I don't know who really came out on top. I think probably SR came out on top. I mean, NoisyElmo only has 2 scouts left and Assault Space Marine. 3 units left. SR has two Guardians, Banshee, Rangers, and the Autark still left. And that Farseer now, upgraded with the Signet Spear, is going to be able to do a lot of damage to all of these Eldar units. See if that Autark is going to be able to get another pick on the Scouty model. Nope, just going to kind of walk away, I guess. But during that time, I guess NoisyElmo did uncap SR's natural power. So hopefully it slows him down a little bit. Wow, that was just an insane engagement there. It was so close. I can't believe they traded vehicles. I thought that that Falcon was gonna live. I thought the Falcon was gonna live, but that kind of clutch Assault Space Marine Melta bomb kind of just did it in. Kind of kept it in range for long enough. But yeah, he's finally going tactical Marine squad. Just kind of get another squad on the field, since he's kind of lacking as far as squad comp is going. It'll just be another range damage against the Autark, but he's got to be worried about just kind of, he doesn't want to lose models and bleed at this point, since he doesn't have that much float and he's only in tier 2. He has a lot of red. Wow, we're 80 into 305 red. All right, so we're starting to get into the later part of the game. There's a bit. We just witnessed the big kind of mid-game engagement, and it's still pretty even right now. The Assault Space Marines jump into the Apothecary. Nice shotgun by those scouts, but Autark just buffing the shit out of all these Eldar units. Let's see. Farseer finally has Spirit Stones, so she'll be able to heal the huge blob she's got going on. Guardian's kind of just chilling in the back, getting some kills on that scout squad. Farseer and Autark kind of just getting some hits off with their little spears. Autark's going to go for the NoisyElmo's natural VP. Let's see, I think these Guardian squads are going to go maybe for the powerhouse a little bit. Maybe see this Farseer go and decap NoisyElmo's natural. Maybe not. Yeah. I think, yeah, NoisyElmo, he didn't take any damage really that engagement. He was just kind of at risk at taking damage. But oh my god. SR has so much map control right now, it's ridiculous. Uncapping NoisyElmo's natural everything. He's even going to get a little power harass going on. This Autark has to be careful though. Apothecary has full auto. She's getting, she's going to get melee down by those. Yep, yeah, she's down. So really good. Ooh, and a good nade from NoisyElmo. Ooh, but a double nade on those scouts. They're both going to miss. But yeah, NoisyElmo just got a really good nade off on SR's Guardians over there, trying to get the extra little power harass there, but NoisyElmo is sitting here with a 3 cap on him. SR has all 3 VPs, even his natural wreck. And I mean, at this point in the game, all SR needs to do is just kind of get some model picks, and he's got this. He's got so much float right now. He's got like 550 at least. Ooh, another Autark comes down, misses the scout squad at Noisy's natural, with Assault Space Marine pushing off this other Guardian here at SR's kind of friendly territory. It's 2 wrecks. Autark kind of going in to tie up this tactical Space Marine squad, but without any weapons, not really going to do that much damage. So she's finally getting the second one. Ooh, another full auto and Assault Space Marine combo, but she's going to get out of there. That was a good, nice little early retreat from SF. Learning his lesson a little bit. Banshee's kind of in the backfield here at Noisy's natural again. And oh my god, this game, SR has just been crazy with the like back capping and just like splitting his units to kind of really just throw NoisyElmo off. Like despite despite winning some engagements and just being really resilient against unit losses. Oop. I'm gonna just shut up for a second and look at the game actually. So yeah, the scouts are actually gonna get a couple kills off of those Rangers. I mean, Rangers aren't really that important at this point in the game. I mean, maybe for some backcapping actually, some stealth backcapping. But yeah, it wouldn't be that big a deal if they died, especially to free up some food and some wreck income. But yeah, both teams are still kind of in tier 2. 2 nades off, missing the assault space marine squad. Apothecary just kind of chilling there. Maybe get a full auto off. Oh yeah, on the Farseer, and she might go down. Ooh, those assault space marine squad just doing a lot of damage to her actually in retreat. She had to spend a lot of time getting up. So yeah, the good use of full auto there by NoisyElmo on his Apothecary. Ooh, and he's got armor of the Apothecarium. Wow, you don't really see that. I don't know. I really like to use it when I go Apothecary just because it's awesome, and I love blobbing units. So he's gonna be able to kind of just spam heal on everything as long as he can keep everyone together. The only downside though is he's gonna have to really worry about SR's backcapping because, like I cut myself off earlier saying that the more SR kind of splits Noisy, the better chance he has, because he has the perfect blob setup as far as Space Marine goes. Apothecary, tags, ASM, heal. Like he can kind of take almost any like full-on engagement, unless SR gets like an avatar or some kind of like linebacker unit. I don't know. If SR can force the Apothecary off, he's got a really good shot at fighting this kind of force. But I mean, NoisyElmo, he doesn't have that many squads. He only has 2. If he had a second TAC or maybe a second Assault Space Marine, I mean, you know, maybe a second Assault Space Marine. You never really see anyone do that these days, but definitely a second TAC. He might have a better shot. Full auto on the Autarch again. Ooh, the Merciless Strike just pushing over the Autarch yet again. And the Spirit Stone goes off on the Farseer. She's getting in there, getting some attacks off. Scouts throw a grenade, get a model pick on the Guardians. These ASMs, it's all about these ASMs right here in this fight. It's the only thing kind of stopping these Banshees and the Autarch from doing real damage. And the Banshees are just taking so much range damage, and they might even go down. No, they don't go down. Assault Space Marines kind of jump off. He was going for the Autarch. He probably could have got the Howling Banshees if he stayed on a little bit longer. But look, that engagement, all of NoisyElmo's units stayed on the field. He did lose 1 Assault Space Marine unit, but he still has these tacs. It's just amazing. Like, SR with the unit, like, look how many units he has. He has so many freaking squads, and he was still unable to kind of deal with that. He really needs to get the Apothecary off. He in my opinion, he needs to split all of his units, keep up his map control heavy kind of play. I mean, he's kind of let it go loose a little bit. NoisyElmo has both of his Rex and both VPs. Get going on the 3rd. If he can split NoisyElmo until he pushes off the Apothecary somewhere, he can then use his units to kind of like clump together again and then push. He needs to get the Apothecary off, which is like bottom line. But he's got so many Rangers. Oh man, he's just trying to get the pick off, but Apothecary with armor of the Apothecary, and he's gonna make that really really tough. But I mean, benefit from SR, he is wasting a lot of Apothecary's power at this point, because if he does throw in all of his units and kind of push middle, NoisyElmo's Apothecary is really low on power, and he won't be able to spam heals on those ASMs like he should be. But NoisyElmo is floating 1,000 rec and 200 power, so I'm thinking either terms just randomly, or I mean, he has the red for it as well. I don't know, we might see a freaking orbital, we might see a land raider. I don't know what NoisyElmo's kind of thinking at this point. Oh man, but I mean, he only has 50 VPs. It's getting really close. He's just gotta keep SR from taking this middle VP. It's really close. Oh yeah, and there he goes. focusing the Apothecary for a minute. Apothecary goes down, but he might come back up. He has armor of the Apothecary. But no. NoisyElmo doesn't bank on that. He retreats he mass retreats. So SR has to keep this up. He's got a cap. Yes, I don't know. I would almost jump the Autarch over here and cap this one. Because he really needs to just stay on top of it. Oh, there we go. That's the NoisyElmo's Land Raider. I don't know. There's nothing really SR can do. He has so many Rangers, so many Guardians, Banshees. Nothing really to really deal with that vehicle. So I think unless SR can play the whole, I'm gonna run all my units around and cap all the VP game. I think NoisyElmo's got this. I don't know why he's not focusing on VPs. It's so close. He needs to not worry about power at this point. It's not important at all. He needs to uncap power and just split NoisyElmo's forces. He doesn't have that many squads. Most of them are scouts. If he can kind of just push them off with some Guardians, some like clutch Guardian placement, he's got this. But I don't know. That Land Raider is gonna really throw a wrench into SR's shit, especially on this map since it's so linear. The Land Raider can cover both VPs without moving too far. So I think NoisyElmo definitely has the advantage at this point. Army of the Apothecary going off. Assault Space Marine just getting healed up. Not even worried about those Banshees. Banshees is taking mad damage. Spirit Stones maybe. They might even go down right here. No, Farseer running in out of range though. Scout Nate going off, forcing all these Rangers to get off the field. Farseer getting out of there. She's really low. She's gonna maybe jump in. No, I think she's retreating. A little Guardian Nate, but ooh, nice kind of jump dodge there by the Assault Space Marine squad. So yeah, SR's Webway Gate getting cut down here by Scout shotguns, and the Land Raider finally rolling up here in the back. Wow, that was really awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and call it for Noisy at this point. But wow, NoisyElmo, he was so far behind as far as map control and I don't know. I felt like he didn't really have that much like tier 2 presence. I mean, he did have that nice Dreadnought trade with the Falcon, but even after that, I definitely think SR came on top. Came out on top, and yeah, this Land Raider just so good against Eldar. It's ridiculous. There's nothing really he can do about it. Autarch just getting cut down, getting knocked over by the Tactical Space Marine buff. Yeah, SR calls the GG. Whew. Yeah, it's a really good game, you guys. Let me know if my solo casting was that terrible, where it was just unbearable to listen to. So let me know if you liked me casting by myself. If not, I'll just wait for a second person to do these. But yeah, I had fun. This is Budcast episode 14. It's a great game versus Noisy and SR. I'll try and get some more games to you guys. I don't like taking such a long interval of like break between Budcasts, but yeah, that's why I kind of decided to do it by myself. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This is Budcast episode 14. I am Steve Bud here. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.